Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? It's Papa Bale, and we're messing around with our dual drive axial flux coil motor rotor. And see, when you hook it up and you got everything commingled and intertwined and everything, it's hard to make appropriate, measurements.
How many things do you got intertangled and intertwined?
Well, there's 3 strands in this coil right here. There's a 20 gauge strand, a 22 gauge strand, and a 30 gauge strand. I have the 20 gauge drive hooked up to this SSG with the 30 gauge trigger. Then I have the 22 gauge strand hooked up to this transistor with the 30 gauge trigger. But as you can see, we're not drawing any amps at 12.5. That's not. So it's like, apparently, this is what's going on. The 22 gauge strand is taking over because that circuit has no resistance in it. Therefore, it's the path of least resistance, and the energy is going to flow that route pretty much every time using the same trigger. Because the resistance in the SSG is both on the trigger strand and the drive strand. So it's on both of them. So I'm not even sure if the trigger notification is hitting the SSG right now. I don't know.
So resistance from both the trigger and the drive.
No, resistance for the trigger.
Not from.
Right.
So for.
Yeah.
Got it.
And the coil has its own resistance, but that you work with that no matter what. So I don't know if it's really part of the equation or not. But it's a constant if it's anything. So
It's like we've been
it's not a variable.
we've been figuring this out. He's been figuring this out through experimentation, not through the books. So
Yeah.
it's a lot more fun this way.
Yeah, it is. It is fun. The books are cool too. I don't read on my own. I can read. I just don't do it.
Right. We have books read to us by AI voices nowadays.
Yeah. So I don't know if the dual drive will work with the same trigger. Let me just try turning this up. See what happens. Now, what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to shut this one off completely. Let's see how long it takes for us to draw amps. Huh. Okay, so with that all in mind, I'm going to disconnect the bass clip. See if that's what the issue is. I hear it now. You can hear it going now.
Yeah. There we go. There was a 9-volter.
So that's how it's supposed to be with 12 volts.
When that came on.
Yep.
Yeah, you can hear it humming.
That's awesome, Alright, I'm gonna kind of turn it down. Alright, so the dual drive with the same trigger strand apparently it won't work because the energy chooses a path and it's not split and forced down both paths. It just picks the way to go. And I even made the gauge thicker so that it might, choose the path, but I don't know, it's not gonna work. But I can make another trigger strand, or I can make just make an external trigger. I think I got a perfect coil for it too. My 160 ohms. Just prop this up on this, bada blam, and there it is. See, it fits right. Well, I'll have to adjust it a little bit.
Yeah, there was some
Grinding there.
and some glue, there's some glue right down here, so it's not that even underneath.
So we'll put the trigger strand like right there.
Let me zoom in on
And that should allow for both things to fire. So I need to clip this back here and unclip it from here. Right? And then this one needs to be unclipped from here. Excuse me. Alright. Man, that might not work because it's just a little bit too high.
it. Yeah, I think so.
I wonder if I can just put it, no, not that one. I must have one over here. Yeah, this one will work. Ah, let's try that. Maybe two of those. Or the glue on the bottom scrape this off. Yeah, that might work. Alright, let's try this again. That should work.
And he is not an engineer, folks.
Definitely not an engineer. I got a 3D printer right over there, but it would take, an hour and a half to print
Another stand.
another stand that's the perfect height for this. And, it's,
We're trying to do an experiment. Yeah. That's the way an engineer would think, though.
list.
Interesting. Just to find simple solutions with what you have.
Yeah, using what I have is kind of what the idea is.
Mm.
Maybe just what I have on the table at the moment.
Yeah, I think you did great there.
Okay. So let's turn this on. Might be the wrong size, the trigger coil, because it is working over here. You can see the amps go up, but it's not hitting.
Not close enough.
No, it's just the wrong shape.
Oh, okay. The wrong shape.
Maybe I need to move it a little bit. Yeah, alright. I got another one though. I hope it, I think. Actually, I have one over here that might work. Alright. Hopefully we have better luck with this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it caught that time, yeah. Is that going up? It's stable though.
It's not going down, right? Trying to get it in here.
So yeah, that's functioning. And they both are separate now. That's good. Yeah.
All right, so you want to summarize and then wrap it up?
Alright, so what we have is a dual drive here with an internal and an external trigger coil. And then both the 20 gauge, both drives are in the red coil. Awesome. Heck yeah. Alright, so both drives are in the red coil. And it functions on very low voltage. It's awesome. I think you need to put in about 6 volts for the generation part of the thing to kick in though. Below 6 you're not making enough electricity to do anything with.
Yeah, and I think we got close-ups on that for that. Nice.
I'm getting some knocking action here. I don't know where it's coming from.
It might be coming from inside the boxes that I'm using to hold the trigger coil up.
Alright.
But all in all, it's pretty stable, pretty fast, pretty awesome. So thank you very much. Peace out. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.